Okay, this is video 2. Let me get what it's called. Pause. Preparation phase video. Nope, that's what you just, yeah. You just watched prep phase video. This is week 2 prep phase video. So here we go.
Hey everybody, Eric Worre here. Welcome to the 20 and 30 Intensive Boot Camp Preparation Week, Part 2. Got some important things to share with you. Let's get started. Hey everybody, hope you had a fantastic week number 1 in your 20 and 30 Intensive Boot Camp, and I hope you've done some of this homework. You kind of understood the numbers, you created your list, you've gone through some of these steps to prepare your commitment, your sacrifice, asking other people if you need help, negotiating with family and friends, determining the time you're willing to spend, clearing the distractions, getting the tools and products ready, resources ready to be able to grow your business. When you do hit play on this machine, and then picking your start date. Now, the next piece of this is pretty simple, but it's important, and I want to make sure that you understand it. We talked about it a bit at the little private get-together we had in Las Vegas, GoPro Recruiting Mastery, for those of you who got involved during that period of time. But I know there's a bunch of people who got involved since then, so I want to make sure that I say it again. You're going to, in a week from now, if you're on the same timetable as us, you're going to start your pre-launch phase, which means you're going to start whispering about your plans, your launch, to key prospects. I'm not going to tell you about the whisper campaign now, but what I am saying is during this phase and during the second part of preparation part 2, I don't want you to talk to anybody about your business. I want you to take that out of your vocabulary. And what I want you to do in part 2 is to warm your list. Warm your list. That means I want you to start as many conversations as you possibly can without talking about business. I want you to wish people a happy new year. I want you to wish people a happy birthday. What's going on with their kids. I want you to check out their profile, find something that's going on, and comment on that. I want you to be commenting on people's posts. I want you to be texting people and reaching out. I want you to let people know you're thinking of them, that you hope they have a great year, or congratulations on their promotion, or their kids' accomplishments, or their accomplishments, or what's going on in your life. Give me an update on what's going on in your life. But I'm going to ask you, even if they ask, don't talk about business. Oh, how's your network marketing thing going? Don't talk about it. You can just say, fantastic. That's not really why I called. I just wanted to see what's going on with you. Because if you warm up your list effectively, your ability to get 20 and 30 just tripled. The ease of the process of recruiting your 20 and 30 just went up by 300%. Just reach out and make sure, because what we don't want in your pre-launch and in the launch is your first communication with somebody that you might have, haven't talked to in a year or 2 years, the first communication to be a recruiting communication. What I want you to start a level of rapport with them and a conversation with them. So, and you might ask, well, what, if I do that this week and I start pre-launching next week, how do I make that transition? Here's how you make that transition and say, look, great talking to you last week, and I couldn't get you out of my mind, and I'm involved in this project, and here's what I'm planning on doing, and it might be a fit for you, it might not. And now you have a way to be able to say, hey, I was just thinking about you, and this might be a crazy idea. It's out of the blue, but then you can go into an invitation, which I'm going to get into, the specific invitation in pre-launch and in launch. So start a conversation, and it's as easy as this. Grab your phone and start sending messages. Text every single person you can text. Send a private message to every single person on social. Send an email to every person you have an email, and just strike up a conversation. You should be able to start a conversation in this part 2 with 1,000 people in a week. And all you have to do is say hello. What's the script? Say hello. How's it going? What's going on in your life? How's work? How's the family? Nice to see you. I saw your face on social. It made me smile. What's going on with this? What's going on with that? How's the boyfriend? How's your husband? What's going on with the kids? Whatever. Okay? 1,000 conversations in a week. Start them. And the great thing about social, text and email and everything else, is you can just blast them all out there, and they can just start responding to you whenever they do. And as they do, you can respond back to them. And it doesn't even need to be a phone conversation. It could just be a technology conversation, but it's still effective. Okay? So that's the biggest part that I want you to do, in addition to following up these other steps that we've already started on. And I don't know where you're at with this, but start cleaning it up, because the pre-launch phase that we're going to start next week is really important. And I want you to make sure everything is clear, all distractions are eliminated, you have total focus, total clarity, total intention, total decision, right? And you've warmed your list. You've warmed your list. And only one more thing. This week's pretty quick. I want you, Bob Proctor's a friend. He talks about paradigms. He talks about your vision, talks about your subconscious, talks about the law of attraction, all these different things, and they're all real. I want you to imagine the 20 and 30 done. I want you to get it clear in your mind. Unlock it. Most of us misuse our imagination by thinking about the things that we're afraid of all the time. And whatever you think about most of the time tends to turn into reality. We find a way to make it real. So if you're thinking about all the ways that this could fail and all the ways that people could say no and all the ways that people could get in the way and all the family members that are going to give you resistance, and you're thinking about all the distractions that are going to be impossible to clear up, and you're thinking about all the things that are going to get in the way of your dates, and you think of all of the sacrifices that you're not sure if you're ready to make and all of those stuff, you could spend all your time thinking about that, or you could unlock your imagination, the powerful tool that it is. And you can imagine that commitment followed through. Imagine that sacrifice being worth it. Imagine that other people are going to step up to help you and assist you in the pursuit of this goal. Imagine that the conversations, negotiations with family and friends goes amazing because they love you and they want to see you do well. Imagine you staying faithful to the commitment of time that you put, because it's an investment in your future. Imagine the distractions being clear and you don't have anything else to worry about. Imagine you got all the tools and resources available to you at your fingertips to be able to go. And imagine that start date being held and launched with success. And I want you to imagine this done. I want you to imagine 20 people on your team looking at you, saying thank you for believing in me. I want you to imagine those people starting to compete with each other to see who's going to get to the first rank or the second rank. I want you to imagine that team going with you as the class of 2020 to your company convention as an example to your existing team. I want you to imagine your upline in your company noticing you showing up on the recruiting leaderboards because you decided to do something different. I want you to imagine how your family looks at you doing this. How much they respect the fact that you followed through and did something you said you were going to do. Okay? Get your imagination working for you and not against you. And it's already done. Imagine this done. Okay? That's what I want you to do. So warm your list this week. Get really focused on that. And imagine this done. And I'm going to be connecting throughout the week as we head into our pre-launch phase. You're going to be excited about this. Pre-launch, we got 2 weeks of pre-launch, plenty of time, 2 weeks of pre-launch. And if you do this right, if you get all this stuff set up, if you do this right, when we do hit pre-launch, you're going to start recruiting people daily. Boom, 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 boom. For many of you, you'll get your 20 done in pre-launch before you even start. It's pretty powerful. It's the most effective recruiting time in your career is pre-launch, if you do it right. I'm going to teach you how to do it right next week. Okay? So do your homework, get your preparation done, clear the decks, be ready, imagine it done, warm your list, do all that stuff. And next week, we go into pre-launch, one of the most exciting times of a 20 and 30 campaign. Okay? I believe in you. Make it happen. And we'll see you soon.
Okay. There is video 2. Just